Vast am I, good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and around the world. And tonight I've got lots of old music for you, mostly from the 70s and early 80s. I'll tell you why later. But first, some exciting news. Emar have a new album out called The Awakening, and there's a single from it, and this is it, The Stinger. Well, that was fantastic, wasn't it? That's Emar. Emar, of course, are the Celtic supergroup, featuring Moshe Namini on concertina, Adam Brown on baran and guitar, Ryan Murphy on helium pipes and flute and whistle, and of course Thomas Callister on fiddle and Adam Rhodes on bouzouki. The Living Tradition magazine says superb quality of musicianship is here beyond question. What makes EMR exceptional is their ability to combine old and new music in an innovative but sympathetic way, the essence of the living traditions of Scotland, Ireland and the Isle of Man. Who can argue with that? We had lots of fantastic live music the other weekend with Shanigus Dew. I particularly enjoyed Care de Gale when I saw them at the Finoddery Bar in Ramsey. They were great. Now, I said tonight was going to be mostly old music from the 70s and the early 80s. And the reason for that is I'm off to Hull for the weekend for a university reunion. Now, most of us going are geologists who studied there from 80 to 83. I stayed on for an extra year and did a master's in micropaleontology of all things. But 83, of course, is 40 years ago, so we're all heading back and I'm sure it'll be great fun. So I asked around what music people remembered, folky music particularly and acoustic music, from the time on the WhatsApp group that was created to get everything organised. And I've put together a bit of a playlist for everyone and I hope you'll enjoy it too. We start with a man that I saw playing in the University Union sometime in the early 80s. It's Vin Garbutt with Carrickdoon from his album Tossing a Wobbler.
The heath is green on Carrickdown. The sun shines bright o'er Ardnally. The soft green trees bend trembling down to kiss the slumbering on a weed. That's happy day, 'twas but last May. It meant the world to me. When Donald swore I o'er and o'er, we'd part no more. The storm of grief on Carrickdown, the heath is brown, the clouds are dark o'er Ardnally, and many a stream comes rushing down to swell the angry gown of the morning blast is sweeping fast through many a leafless tree, and I'm alone, for he is gone. My hawk is flown upon the tree, and I'm alone, for he is gone. My hawk is flown upon the tree. Soft April showers and bright May flowers might bring the summer back again, but will it bring me back the hours I spent with my brave Donald then? without a chance for raising come to France, to where the flooded lay. But I'll follow you, my Donald Doe, for still I'm true to you, McCree. But I'll follow you, my Donald Doe, for still I'm true to you, McCree.
The unmistakable voice of Vin Garbutt. Vin, of course, like me, was a Teessider, and in fact, after growing up in South Bank in Middlesbrough, he moved to Loftus, which is only a few miles from me, in Gisborough, and I seem to remember he came and played at our sixth form college. It's a long time ago now, so I wouldn't guarantee that's true. Now, in the late 70s and the early 80s, we used to buy a ticket in Gisborough and go up on the coach to see Lindisfarne and their Christmas concerts at Newcastle City Hall. And this is one of my favourite songs. It's January Song. So I'll play this for Mick and Jim, the Geordies on our course. And I look forward to seeing you at the weekend.
I'm feeling rather sorry for a man I know. The world he holds in trembling hands is asking where to go. And as he stares out at me from the mirrored wall, I see that he is trying to cry, but the tears they will not fall. His life is passing by behind his tired eyes, like the colors in the January sky. Useless it is to question things concerning the past. Seems so very obvious that nothing at all can last. And just as sure as tomorrow will soon be yesterday, the love you thought you occupied will surely drift away. But I need you to help me carry on. You need me, need you, need him, need everyone. And love is such a small word for something that is so vast. But in it lies the future, the present and the past. And speaking now of changes, I sometimes feel the fear that the reason for the meaning will even disappear. But I need you to help me carry on. You need me, need you, need him, need everyone. You need me, need you, need him, need everyone. You need me, need you, need him, need everyone. You need me, need you, need him, need everyone. You need me, need you, need him, and need everyone. You need me, need you, need him, need everyone. You need me, need you, need him, need everyone. You need me,
Now, one of our friends at Hull was called Declan Lunny, and he was actually Donald Lunny's cousin, and he brought lots of good Irish music to our attention. No one seems to know what's happened to Decky, but we did corner a few of us. We cornered Donald Lunny at a festival and asked him, and he didn't seem to know either. Anyway, one of the things that Declan brought to our attention was Moving Hearts, and from their first album, this is Before the Deluge.
Some of them were dreamers, some of them were fools who were making plans and thinking of the future. With the energy of the innocent, they were gathering the tools they would need to make their journey back to nature. When the sand slipped through the opening and their hands reached for the golden ring and their hearts turned to each other's hearts for refuge in the troubled years that came before the deluge. Some of them knew pleasure, some of them knew pain. For some of them it was only the moment that mattered. On the wild and crazy wings of youth, they went flying around in the rain, till their feathers, once so fine, were torn and tattered. In the end they traded their tired wings for the resignation that living brings. They traded love's bright and fragile glow for the glitter and the rouge. In a moment they were swept before the deluge. So let the music keep your spirits high. Let the buildings keep your children dry. Let creation reveal its secrets by and by. By and by. By and by. By and by. When the light that's lost within us reaches the sky. Some of them were angry at the way the earth was abused by those men who learned to forge beauty into power. And trying to protect her from them only became confused by the magnitude of the fury in the final hour. When the sand was gone and the time arrived, in the naked dawn only a few survived in attempts to understand this thing so simple and so huge. Believed they were meant to live after the deluge. So let the music keep your spirits high. Let the buildings keep your children dry. Let creation reveal its secrets by and by. By and by. By and by. By and by. When the light that's lost within us reaches the sky. So let the music keep your spirits high. 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 Let the music keep your spirits high.
That was, of course, Moving Hearts with the vocals of Christy Moore. More from him later. And that was a Jackson Browne song, and it was particularly requested by Dave Hill. Now, Dave also asked for some Billy Bragg, and his album Life's a Riot with Spy vs. Spy came out in 1983. From it, this is The Milkman of Human Kindness.
If you are lonely, I will call. If you are poorly, I will send poetry. I love you. I am the milkman of human kindness. I will leave an extra pint. Sleeping, I will wait. If your bed is wet, I'll dry your tears. I love you. I am the milkman of human kindness. I will leave an extra pint. Hold my hand for me, I'm waking up. Hold my hand for me, I'm waking up. Won't you hold my hand, I'm waking up. Hold my hand for me, I'm waking up. If you're falling, I'll put out my hand. If you feel bitter, I will understand. I love you. I am the milkman of human kindness. I will leave an extra pint.
Billy Bragg, and whilst that might be going slightly beyond my folk remit, he has since been massively involved with the folk scene and plays folk festivals and all sorts of things like that, and is great. What more do you need? Perhaps also slightly beyond the folk remit is this next one. This is from 1984, the year that a few of us stayed on in Hull, and this is This Mortal Coil, a very influential album on me, and this song in particular. It's Song to the Siren, with the wonderful Elizabeth Fraser on vocals.
On the floating shipless oceans, I did all my best to smile till your singing eyes and fingers drew me laughing to your eye, and you sang, said to me, let me unfold you. Here I am, waiting to hold you. Did I dream? You dreamed about me. Were you here when I was for sale? Now my foolish boat is love long, for you sing, touch me not, come back tomorrow. Oh my heart shines from the sorrow. Well, I'm as puzzled as a newborn child. I'm as riddled as the tide. Should I stand amid the breakers, or should I lie with death, my bride? Hear me sing, swim to me, let me unfold you. Here I am, waiting to hold you.
That was the Tim Buckley song, Song to the Siren, by This Mortal Coil from their album It'll End in Tears. Now back to the Irish music. One album that we listened to a lot was Live in Dublin by Christy Moore. I think this song taught me all I knew about the Isle of Man at the time.
Weren't we the rare old stock? Spent the evening getting locked in the Essa Hearts, where the high stools were engaging. Over the footbridge down to the dock, and the boat she sailed at 5 o'clock. Hurry lads, says Whacker, before we're there we'll all be back. Carry 'em if you can. Oh, the crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. Before we reached the Alexander Base, the ding-dong we did surely raise. In the bar of the ship had great sport as the boat she sailed out from the port. Landed up in the Douglas Head, inquired for a vacant bed in the dining room. Got shown by a decent woman up the road, let's say it if you can. Oh, the crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. Next morning went for a ramble round and saw the sights of Douglas town. Then we went for a mighty session in the pub that they called the Garbutt. All got drunk by 3:30, to sober up when swimming in the sea. Back to the digs for the spruce up and while waiting for the Rosie, we all drew up our plan. Oh, the crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. That night we went to the Texas bar and came back down by horse and car. Met Big Jim and we all went in to drink some wine and Yeats's. The Liverpool girls, it was said, were all to be met in the Douglas Head. McShane was there in a tie and short. The Florida girls, he was trying to flirt, saying, "Here, girls, I'm your man." Oh, the crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. Whacker fancied his good looks, and an Isle of Man woman he was struck. The Liverpool lad was by her side, and he threw the jar into her. Whacker thought he'd take a chance, so he asked her where we went out to dance. Around the floor they stepped it out, to Whacker to us no bother, everything was going to plan. Oh, the crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man woman fancied Whack, your man stood there till his mates get back, and Whack, they all whacked into Whack. Whack was landed on his back. The police force arrived as well, banded a couple of them as well, and ended up in the Douglas jail until the Dublin boat and sail deported every man. Oh, the crack was 90 in the Isle of Man.
Now, a couple of my friends from Hull, Martin and Ali, and their dog were walking the Radnifolion the last week or so. They had some terrible weather to contend with, but they still got to see some great live music at Shenniger Stew, and Martin played whistle in a couple of sessions at O'Donnell's. It was great to see them. One album me and Martin used to listen to a lot in the day was Popular to Contrary Belief by Robin and Barry Dransfield. From it, this is Maurice Ponk, the Ticker Fixer.
The rose in June's not half so sweet as kisses are when true love's meet. so let it come early. Later soon, I will enjoy my rose in June. I will drive my flock to the fold, whether the weather be warm or cold. Let it come early, late or soon, I will enjoy my rose in June.
Was a grand upstanding bantam cock, so brisk and stiff and spry, with springy step and jaunty plume, and a purposeful look in his eye. In his little black blinking eye he had. I took him to the coop and introduced him to my 17 wide-eyed hens. He topped and he topped as a hero tops, and he bowed from the waist to them all, and then he upped and he topped them all again, he did. And then upon the piece of me ducks and me geese he rudely did intrude. With glazed eyes and open mouths they bore it all with fortitude, and a little bit of gratitude they did. He jumped my giggling guinea fowl and forced his attentions upon my 20 hysterical turkeys and a visiting my glug swan. But the bantam thundered on, he did. He ravished my fantail pigeons and me lily-white columbines, and while I was locking up the budgerigar, he jumped my parrot from behind. She was sitting on my shoulder at the time. And all of a sudden, with a gasp and a gulp, he clapped his hands to his head, fell flat on his back with his toes in the air. My bantam cock lay dead, and the vultures circled overhead, they did. What a champion brute, what a noble cock, what a way to live and to die. I was digging him a grave to save his bones from the hungry buzzards in the sky, when the bantam opened up a sly little eye. He gave me a grin and a terrible wink, the way that rapists do. He said, you see them big daft buggers up there? They'll be down in a minute or two. They'll be down in a minute or two.
That was, of course, Jake Thackray, and that was requested by Mick Gallup. He said he saw Jake Thackray in 1981. So any complaints about the subject matter, please direct them to Mick. The accompaniment to that song is amazingly like later Tom Waits. Maybe there was an influence there. Now, live music on the Isle of Man this week. There'll be the session at O'Donnell's on Wednesday night, the Folk Club in Ramsey on Thursday night, the session at the Mitre in Ramsey on Friday night. I think it's probably the Heron on Sunday afternoon for a session, but it's also Blues Club on Wednesday night. Now, I first got into blues music while I was living in Hull, really. I picked up an early Fleetwood Mac album from a second-hand record shop on Newlands Avenue, and I was struck by the genius of Peter Green, who I still think is the best British blues guitarist ever. From them, this is A Fool No More.
Yes, I've packed up my clothes. I'm moving away from your door. I'm packed up my clothes. Moving away from your door. I've been your fool for so long. Babe, I won't play that fool no more. You make me spend all my money. I worked as hard as I can. I came home early one morning. I found you with another man. I'm packed up my clothes. Yes, I'm moving away from your door. Oh yes, I've been your fool for so long. Babe, I won't play that fool no more. So goodbye, babe. You don't even care. Yes, I had a love so strong with you. You treat me so unfair. Yes, I'm packed up my clothes. I'm moving away from the door. Oh yeah, I've been your fool for so long. Yeah, I never won't play that fool and no more.
Now, a singer and songwriter who I was into before I went to Hull was Roy Harper, and we played lots of his music while we were there. In fact, I saw him a couple of times while I was a student too. I last saw him only about 5 or 6 years ago at Leeds City Hall when he was 75 and still going. This is his classic, When an Old Cricketer Leaves the Crease.
When the day is done and the ball has spun in the umpire's pocket away, and all remains in the groundsman's pace for the rest of time and a day, there'll be one mad dog and his master pushing for four with the spin on a dusty pitch with 2 pound 6 of willow wood in the sun. When an old cricketer leaves the crease, you never know whether he's on. If sometimes you're catching a fleeting glimpse of a 12th man at silly mid-on, and it could be Jeff and it could be John with a new ball sting in his tail, and it could be me and it could be thee, and it could be the sting in the ale, sting in the ale.
the gathering starts, and the clock turns back to reflect on the years of grace as those footsteps trace for the last time out of the act. Well, this way of life's recollection, the hallowed strip in the haze, the fabled man and the noonday sun are much more than just yawns of their days. When an old cricketer leaves the crease, well, you never know whether he's gone. Sometimes you're catching a fleeting glimpse of a 12th man at sea, and it could be Jeff, and it could be John, with a new ball sting in his tail, and it could be me, and it could be thee, and it could be the sting in the air, the sting in the air. When an old cricketer leaves the crease, well, you never know whether he's gone. If sometimes you're catching a fleeting glimpse of a 12th man at silly mid-on, and it could be me, and it could be thee.
Still wonderful after all these years. Roy Harper from 1975, and When an Old Cricketer Leaves the Crease. We did used to watch a lot of cricket in those days too. So thanks for indulging me with this trip through my student years, and thanks to all my friends who sent me requests, etc. You too can send requests, of course, for the normal shows. That's to folkshow@manxradio.com, and don't forget you can listen to this as a podcast on the Manx Radio website and all your normal podcast apps, and also on the Listen Again function just after the show has finished. There's no folk show next week. There's Guild coverage, so we're not on, sadly. So I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time when I'll have a chat with Catherine Roberts and Sean Lakeman, who are appearing at the Centenary Centre on the 6th of May. Tickets are still available. What else could I leave you with but the classic folky, rootsy sort of track that was in the charts at the time? This is Come on Eileen, Dexy's Midnight Runners from their album 2 Rye in 1982. See you in a couple of weeks.